Grrr. In the cup, Goganako. Tear water my wrist, Aerodactyl. Mixing white with the green. Sworn in the bezel was sworn in them fly switching, torn and pivot. Purple water pecs, Pokia. Hard to find even in West Podia. She was naughtier. The hex pole, oxo, fuck around, get your nose wiped. Salmon rocket full of spikes. I got a Vogue with 4 tights. I just tear a go to go on a tuss flies a kite. And I got Dondozo for Bozo with shit get shite. Spin on goes tight. Thick terror lives read your whole life. Untrust shot, collar curve. Afros only concur. Big body fire breather. Let the interior dirt. I was a jetty, want me on curve. Keep it 100, keep my word. Collision course, that's gotta hurt. Digital dash me on a fur. Forge out the red room, go bird. What's that? This shit just occurred. Mellow the slump is that dirt. Hit him with a terror blast, yet alert. After the KG, a bird. I just did the 1/6 to revert. Chimp out weave out. Glacier on my wrist, but I'm still the coldest cat. Reminiscing 2013, that summer. They went like Butterfly, Pidgey, Retada. Pokey aiming, but my shooting not gonna. Blunder my dog on the mic, I can't blunder. Huncho, I'm only smoking on the bomber. Pack the rifle like the Richard Piana. Fuck with the Don, you gon' end up Ivana. Keep it in the pocket, can't get calm, mama. It's true, it's true, it's true. Wanna be the very best, I can't be number 2. Thankful for my brothers, make my dreams come true. 100,000 on 100,000, I still choose you. Don't matter if it's 100,000 on 100,000 on 100,000 on 100,000 on 100,000, I still choose you.
I love streaming. Streaming I love. My goodness gracious me, chat. It's 2025. Halfway done with the decade. Let's go. My goodness. Hold on, how do I stream again? I gotta take this down for you to be able to see the great screen here. What will we do if we didn't have this screen? Not much, I'll tell you that. God, am I gonna scroll down to when I streamed last? It was... there ain't no way that's true. Though that could be true. That's like nearly 2 weeks. Oh, what was I doing? Streaming on Elite RE stream. Couldn't be me, I'll tell you that much. Oh my god, did you see Miskiff was live? That's big. Why do I do afternoon streams? It's going to get so hot in here. I'm going to be all sweaty afterwards. It's going to be so yucky. So, you know, so much has happened, chat. You know, we're just living life over here. So many tweets, so many thingies. Elite RE. Oh, I was in this, chat. I was in this trailer reaction. 35 minutes. Elite RE right, shorted yap in this one.
Oh, man.
Now, I think he got some hate on this one. Because, you know, he was a straight hater of this trailer. He said it looked trash. There's not very many comments, huh? For me, I finished season 1 and felt unsatisfied. Tell it was going somewhere very good, but it just hadn't done much yet. True, it's what I'm always saying. So then I just read it all. Well, we love Reddit. Especially relating to Chainsaw Man. The director of Look Back is also on the Reese movie. That's why it looks so good. Now, we don't know if the Reese movie looks very good because Elite RE still hasn't uploaded his shitty December digest. So, oh no, we fixed The Last of Us Part 2 story. How about I kill myself? Anyway. Oh my god, Team Rocket arrested Santa Claus one time. It was pretty funny. You know, Santa Claus ain't got shit on the great Team Rocket. This is a funny meme, bro. Look who in court defending gay rights, and it's Robert Baratheon here because he's got a little quote here. It's very cute. Oh my god, Evangelion McDonald's. Look, it looks like a McDonald's color. Bet Ray isn't in this. But obviously they love Oscar more. She showed up first. It's funny that it's like all the iconic shots. Oh my god, McDonald Fry Sele, and then there was the elevator shot, and then there's just the one old college photo of Ritsuko. There we go. What a great pause. Ritsuko, Kaji, and Misato. Look at these weird McDonald's birds. What are they doing over there in Japan? Some weird stuff, as they always say. I don't give a fuck about antivirus. I'm a healthy young man. Your channel is 12 years old. Oh, that was the Digibro. Uh-oh. And then we've got the reference to what I just said. And then we've got Arrival theme. True, that Arrival theme is in a bunch of video edits I'm sure I've seen over the years, but I couldn't place exactly where I'd seen it. Also, I watched Project A-ko and Arrival, but if you want to hear me speak about them, I'll speak about them elsewhere. I also gave up on Crash 3. I'm like, I ain't 100% in this one either. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do a bunch of time trials. But these time trials be pissing me off, chat. And so I was like, ugh, I'm probably going to have to redo these when I play the Insane trilogy anyway. So I don't want to get burnt out doing this now. But then because I have a fully completed 100%, actually 105%, Crash file, so I just went in there to play all the optional, what do you call it? The optional, like, hidden levels. So I got to do those again. And then Ghost in the Shell, Gunsmith Cats, Trash Do, we've done this. We're done with 2020, whatever we are on. We're in the new age now. We need a new media checklist when we do something. I was thinking of watching a movie this afternoon, but then I couldn't find one that I thought was an adequate number one on my media checklist. So I decided, let's not do that. So that's very retarded and very Kyle Entertainment coded, all right? Our media checklist has to look cool. We can't just put anything on there first. What are you, fucking stupid? Cowboy Bebop live action would be a good first thing there. But then I actually have to watch it. Ugh. Oh, I could watch shitty Star Wars. That's an okay opener, huh? Oh, no. I hate Star Wars, though. How long are these shitty Star Wars movies? Aren't they all 2 hours long? 2 hours, schmew hours. That's what I always say. Star Wars. Which one's going to come up first? Oh my god, they even just call it Star Wars on this? How hipster of them. There's no way that other one was marketed as just The Empire Strikes Back. That's crazy. 2 hours. This one's going to be 3 hours. 2 hours. Ivan Krishner. He only did one of them? What about the third one? And remember how there was a different guy that wrote the second one and then he came back to write Rogue One and everybody was very happy or something and they're like, finally, Star Wars will be good again. I remember 2018 memes. Not Revenge of the Sith. Nobody cares about that shitty movie. The Last Jedi now, that's a fucking movie. Why is it so far down? What's that third one called? Return of the Jedi, that's the one. That one's even longer. What will I do? How will I get through these? Oh, Heath with his fake name is here. You fix that by having a cute image at the start of the image. That's true, but also, I don't really care about that. The first one's not the first tweet. I'm gonna have some stupid text shit there, but it's irrelevant to that. Start of the thread, yes. Tyranitar, look, he's cute. Oh my god, Heath, cover your fucking ears. But Squirtle left. He went back with the Squirtle squad, and then he said goodbye to Bulbasaur, and the camera panned over all the Pokemon as he was saying goodbye, and they're all fucking shitty new Johto Pokemon that Squirtle doesn't know, because Charizard and Pidgeot and fucking Butterfree and all the other guys are already gone, and then it gets to Bulbasaur, and they beat through everything together, and then they shook hands, and then Squirtle left. But Squirtle's going to be back by the end of the Johto League, so it's okay. He comes back a bunch, and him and Bulbasaur are going to team up to win Ash a battle later on. It's going to be super cool. And it was the new year. Don't you hate it when it's like not New Year's for everybody, so you don't know if you can start your great new playlist yet, or your new Excel spreadsheet, you got to figure out which YouTube videos belong where? It's very difficult. Oh, I might go to a movie theater and watch Conclave soon, chat. And by soon, I mean in like 2 days. But we'll see. I could get bored and say, I don't want to do that. But it was number one on that Cineflix list. We love the great Cineflix top 10 list. Leader, he didn't watch the video because he's a fucking hack for he just skimmed through to see what the picks were. Like he was even gonna... God, he's so stupid. He's never watched a YouTube video good in his life. Oh my god, remember Paul's dad? Every time Paul spied on Ash in the anime. Now that's crazy. Paul's brother was like a weakling. He couldn't even beat Brendan. What a pussy. Anyway. Okay, these great lists. Our favorite end of year list. This one was kind of boring, and it was kind of self-admitted that 2024 was like a boring kind of year for movies. They really came out. Like Deadpool and Wolverine came out, and then Challengers came out, and the rest is like stuff that I've really not heard of. Red Letter Media did come out with a video today talking about a bunch of these movies. A bunch of these movies I only heard about because Bacon told me to watch Anora and The Substance. And I'm definitely going to watch Anora. If there was a good way to watch that, because you can get it on Amazon, but you have to like buy it because it's still partially in the theaters. I don't know when we started putting these movies in theaters. I thought they just released on fucking streaming services or something. But I don't know if I want to do that. It's I don't know when I decided to think money was real, but it's like after I came back from New Zealand, I'm like, because before I would get Uber Eats all the time. Like I have plenty of money. Like $20 really doesn't mean anything. But I'm like $20 to rent a movie, I'm not doing that. And now I'm very stingy with it. But Conclave was number 1 here. It must be the greatest movie.
Again is not the answer to anything.
And it seemed cool, though. It's like about the Catholic Church and politics and stuff. 2 of my favoriteest things of all time. So, you know, and then it's only on select, you know, theaters and dates and stuff like that. Anyway, we've also uploaded some videos. We've got shitty movie night catch up. We got shitty reflecting on my 2024 and shitty Chainsaw Man chapter reviews. We got some comments on all these, I think. This one got 100 views. That was pretty cool. Oh, yes. I love Bucky. That bastard did fucking timestamps for the whole thing. I really should just copy and paste them into the description box, but too late now. Scroll incompetence. This got a few comments. I don't know if there was any good ones. Mr. Gems just said which streams he wanted. Bacon was gloating. Last of Us 2 is my best. True, Priram. So we love that. And then in this one, we've got so many comments today. First of all, we got this Bucky prick back, and he's even got a return thing for Discord. Sea Leopold freaking out because somebody else did a panel count that disproved his nonsense statistics, his lying statistics. Why would they count Asta and Yoro as separate characters? Are they stupid? Perhaps that's a good point. Perhaps not. I'll let you at home decide. For Roundabout, were you thinking of Jug Handle? Now, at this point, I'm in the thingy, and I'm like, do Americans call Roundabout something different? And I was trying to think of a word, or if that even is the case. This was certainly not the word I was thinking of. So I don't know. It's a mystery. A mystery to you and me. What's that from? That's like a song or something I just referenced. Do y'all hate each other or something? This is Creedon, usually in Elite RE streams. Was I particularly mean to Elite RE this one? I don't know. I did laugh out loud at one moment, but we'll see. I don't remember what it was. No, we're agreeing here.
Would be stronger.
Yoshida's obviously playing coy. He got eaten on purpose so he could be here. He's got no response to that.
That is also possible.
Yeah. Elite RE with his cowardly, that's always possible. And then we were just doing some fun responses, and then CeeLo Pill was explaining the situation, and then Trina said, so true. True. Anyway, I actually do have a little bit of a plan for this stream. Oh, Jockey Bacon has put up his 3x70, or whatever the fuck this is. Now, how embarrassing. If you were paying attention to Jockey Bacon's Twitter, he actually posted this, then had to take it down because he had number 2 as Shogun and number 11 as Shogun, and I pointed that out to him after the call with us in Chainsaw Man last night. So if we go through this, if we count this down, we've got Look Back at number 13. I know Look Back is straight trash, so already this list is bad. Then we've got 12, Turtles all the way down. I don't know what that is. Dune 2, obviously trash. Frieren, obviously trash. What the fuck is number 9? I'm getting in close, chat. Wallace and Gromit, some fucking British bullshit. Then we've got Neon White, that's that video game. We don't like video games here. And number 7, which should be number 1, The Great Challenges. Number 6, that piece of shit show Arcane. Are you kidding me? Totoro, or something else is in number 5. No, nothing. Oh, it actually is Totoro. I was like, I'm stupid. Oh, so this is just the things he consumed this year, right? Poco Rosso, that's another one of those silly Ghibli movies. Then Shadow of the Erg Tree. Then Shogun. Then Mushoku Tensei is number 1. That's gross. Jockey Bacon, what happened to him? He used to be beautiful, just like that Godfather guy said that one time. What did Elite RE think think. Probably nothing of substance. You know what this guy's like. Our Twitter segment is expanded to what is everybody's... oh, yeah. Him rallying these disgusting Mushoku Tensei fans to like and... to frankly brigade and like bomb this post. Oh, him being a smartass about... as far as I'm concerned, there's only 2 movie ratings. Good, I liked it, and bad, I didn't like it. Alita, he always gives things 3 out of 5s in the middle, so what the fuck do you know about anything? Oh, Mia also did one of these things that was equally as stupid. Look at fucking the greatest anime of all time, Die Buster, in B tier. Now, that would be okay if there was an anime above it. And shitty fucking Arcane. And shitty fucking Fire Punch. And even shittier fucking Goodbye Eerie. And I've only just noticed this second that Look Back is number 1. Pathetic, frankly. Pathetic. Anyway, this list ain't shit. That guy's a genius. Let me like that tweet. Now, we don't need to go over all these things. Apparently, Mia made that at the end of his stream that I didn't watch because I haven't read the most recent Vinland Saga chapter, I'm pretty sure, and he was also ranking all of the Vinland Saga chapters. So I decided not to watch that soon. Well, apparently, I could have at least watched some of it. The worst YouTube video essay I've seen on YouTube is not what we're going to be talking about today. Look at this Pokemon. This is the most recent Pokemon episode I just saw, Heath. The No Big Whoop. Tell me where you are up to. You were right in front of the Pokemon League, I think, which means you saw the Great Movie episode, also known as, a.k.a. the greatest Pokemon episode. I don't know if it's still the greatest Pokemon episode ever. What was the greatest Orange Island one? I've already forgotten. I did do a little mock ranking. I think it was another one-off one. If you can't even remember it, it can't be that good, Heath says in chat while I pummel his fucking stupid opinion. There we go, we're gonna open this one. Pokeball Peril, no. Lost Lapras, Fit to be... oh, the Pikachu Meowth one, where they're tied together. What a great episode. Yeah, Bound for Trouble. I think that's what I had as number 1. God, it gets pretty good at the end, too. Oh, and then the end is really good, too. We love Pokemon. It's the greatest show of all time. Though this most recent episode was only a low high. But this fucking Squirtle one was a high. Oh, it was the greatest. Low high. There have been some stinkers a little bit recently. And by stinkers, I mean they're just not that good. Getting the bugs out, that was okay. That was Ash's second Johto gym battle. Going Apricorn, oh yeah, those ones were okay. We haven't seen Pine Coast since, however. Shadow of a Drought, etc., etc. I am like 3 episodes away from Totodile showing up. I'm so ready. He's going to be the greatest Pokemon of all time. He's going to make me forget I ever loved Squirtle as much as I did. The Big Whoop. Get it? Because it's a Whooper episode. Anything here? These are just all the same fucking... oh, I forgot about this thing. I was reading through this thing a little while ago, but I forgot about it. Oh, and I'm actually pretty close to the next movie. I'm really excited for it, too. So I just watched The Big Whoop. So I got Tunnel Vision, which I actually have no idea. I've stopped going to the next one and spoiling what the next episode is, because I just should. Tunnel Vision, I have no idea. They're going to be in a tunnel. I don't know which Pokemon it's about. Hour of the Houndour is about a Houndour. You just spoiled it, you piece of shit. The Totodile Duel. Totodile, obviously. Hot Matches, another fire Pokemon. It could be like Slugma or Makago or something. Love Totodile style. I vaguely remember this episode. It's Totodile and like an Azumarill falling in love or something. Foul Play. Oh, this is definitely the Noctowl episode because it has Owl in it. I only just figured that out. Forest Grumps. Oh, that's probably an Ursaring episode. And then we get the movie. And then the Psychic Sidekicks. And Fortune Hunters. That could be a Mischievous episode. The Psychic Sidekicks. Sidekicks. What's a psychic Pokemon? In fucking Johto. It's not going to be Espeon. And Wobbuffet's already here. Wobbuffet showed up. It was great. I forgot how he was introduced like that. But it's very funny. We can close this. I've been watching Bandicoot fucking videos. That is... uh-oh, Rugby League video. We don't want to watch that. Anyway, I actually had shit planned, I promised. I haven't watched Pokemon since last year. Now that's disgraceful. But I did have a few days off too, I must confess. Did we ever watch this IGN review scale video? I feel like we did. So there's like some wrestling stuff. There's like some politics stuff. Oh, let's start with this. I watched The Great Blind Wave. They reacted to Neon Genesis Evangelion. Watching the Netflix dub, which I swear I've seen a little bit of before because I think I watched a different reaction. Where's The Great Blind Wave? Let's see if Evangelion was bringing in the big views. I had to click and watch it on their website. I haven't had to do that since the last time I watched a Naruto video. Oh my god, they upload so much. 15K. That's nearly as much as the most recent Naruto. But this is a first episode. Always Sunny in Philadelphia we love. Look at that, nearly 30K. Succession sucks. We're way bigger than that. Severance is very good though. Severance just started too, and it's more recent and it's got more views. Arcane, of course, getting all the views because it's pathetic. So Evangelion isn't this smash it I thought it was. This reaction was fine. There was nothing really to it. In the Netflix dub, they say children instead of child. Miller complained about this, but I had forgotten what he even meant by that. And then in watching it, it is literally just like they have the wrong grammar. But I think it's in an attempt to be more like the original Japanese, which is pathetic. We don't care about Japanese. But they'll say like Shinji is the third children rather than Shinji is the third child, which like in a sentence is like terrible. It's like, so Shinji Ikari is the third children that we've heard so much about, but he's just one child. He's not a children. Because children is plural, right? But anyway, it's weird. And they also say Ava, like, I don't even know if I can say it. Not Blind Wave, though they say it wrong sometimes too, because they say Jellion a lot. What the fuck are you doing there? Evangelical, obviously. How do they say Ava? They're like Eva or something like that. It's gross. I hate it. But the dub was like fine. It wasn't anything too bad. But Calvin also says that the ice caps must have melted in like the first 3 seconds. And he was just saying that because everything was flooded. But that is what happened. So Detective Calvin, he's a genius. I bet Im from Film Buff didn't figure that out. What a fucking idiot. He just spilled some water. But other than that, there wasn't much Blind Wave shit to go over. There's a bunch of this stuff. Let me see. Let's just do the fucking politics section. So if you'll recall, and I might be making this into a video, so that was my great intro, is a new Naughty Dog game coming out. And, you know, we all love it because we have brains, and it's just the coolest trailer ever. Porsche on it, and Adidas on it, and those are my favorite brands, as you all know. But people really don't like it. So much so that this is the Colin Moriarty, like, channel, basically. It's his media company, his games media. Oh, I guess they talk about other media too sometimes. It's like one of the most, it's like one of the biggest Patreon, whatever it is, the biggest games related Patreon or something. 17,000 members, lots of posts, bonus shows every week or whatever. Look at all these fucking tiers you can go up to. There's actually not that many. Oh, it's still going. Oh, producer, $40 a month. You know, whenever they say producers, or Kinda Funny says producers, I always assume they're paying like $200 a month or something. But maybe it is just like $40 a month. Anyway, Colin went on fucking Joe Rogan right after he got fired from, well, he didn't get fired because he was a part owner. He left Kinda Funny because of the famous joke that was very mean where he said day without a woman or something, peace and quiet or something. Well, you've all heard the drama back from 2017 or whatever. And he went on Dave Rubin a bunch and all that sort of stuff. He's always been like a self-avowed conservative, but he really isn't. And that's kind of part of the problem. As well as getting a lot of like this bump from going on like Joe Rogan and Dave Rubin. because a lot of his audience seems to be like conservative coded a little bit, and even like I think I talked about a few like probably months ago. Me and Miller talked about it a little bit. I think even from streamer to stream chatter. I was going to say on stream. He went on like this one guy's like show, and he kind of talked about the kind of funny stuff, which we haven't really known details on the split exactly, but like on kind of funny or something. I think this fucking channel's called Side Scrollers or something. Yeah, and this fucking he's talking to is obviously just like a retarded conservative guy, and it's so annoying, and he's like fishing for stuff. I'm sure this guy would like shit on Colin for what he says about Naughty Dog if he ever brought it up to him. Where was I up to in this shit? Anyway, so part of his audience is like bent conservative a lot because of this, but also it's just a game space, so obviously a lot of people are conservative on it. But so it's a very popular podcast, and they're not like usually getting ratioed, I don't think. Now this is them talking about the announcement of Intergalactic. Maybe this one might be ratioed, and this might be a bad. Also 5 hours long, terrific, we love it. See 800 likes, but I don't know if a lot of this is going to be about Dog. No, it's about like a bunch of other shit. Wait, now let's do a sample size, because maybe this is a non-issue. If the next one has like 500 comments, then maybe it's not that big of an issue. It probably still is, but 200. Ah, yeah, it's a big issue now. So anyway, their most recent episode, actually, I think they came out with a more recent episode recently. Yes, because they come out every week. But they all go on holidays over this time, so it's like a pre-recorded episode. But anyway, 42k views, 1k likes, nearly 2k comments. I can imagine what the dislikes about, which is basically just them at the end saying that like people hate Naughty Dog for no reason, and they hate Naughty Dog derangement, Neil Druckmann derangement, and like there's been increasing stuff that's like become unavoidable. Part of me just wants to blame it on Asmongold being like central focus retard, like biggest retard of all time retard. And I kind of want to blame this idiot over here, most critical, but he really has no blame. I just don't like him. The game space, especially with the representation issue in like the last 6 months for whatever reason, has been real bad. Like that what do you call it? That Castlevania, what do you call that? That Metroidvania game that came out that was just made by an African guy. The guy that's in like House of the Dragon. He literally like was game director on this game or some shit. And he like makes this game. It's got like African stuff in it because he's like African. And it's like a game about how he dealt with like his father's death, and it's got like tribal African stuff in it. And like this game destroyed for being woke by like a large subsection of the internet. Even though like an African person making a game with African themes that's not even like African American, because he's like a British African guy, is like the antithesis of what we're supposed to be complaining about when we complain about woke shit. Where it's like, oh, it's like forced diversity in American products like marketed by Disney to try and spread an agenda or something. It's just so retarded, and they all like shit on this a lot. And Colin had spoken up about how he was like very against this like outrage. But this was kind of a small story, right? It was hidden in the podcast. He did actually interview that guy. I don't know his name, and I can't remember the name of the game to search it up. But he like had an interview with him and talked through with like, oh, how terrible it is, like the situation and like the hate mobs that have gone after him just for making a game and basically just for being black. Also, Colin Moriarty is married to like a black woman. So that kind of adds to this. The point is the tides are turning in their audience, and I think like that probably set some section of the audience off. And now like everybody wants to shit on, even with the Concord thing, is like, it shows that there's like people that pay attention but don't listen to the show. And this happens with Destiny a lot. Though obviously Destiny is much more edgy and confrontational than these guys. Where like it's clear people are paying attention and they sort of have an opinion of this person, but the opinion isn't really true if you watch their content. Like, because with the Concord stuff recently, Colin Moriarty, like, kind of broke the story that the budget was, like, double the amount, like, it was actually 400 million instead of 200 million or something. And so I think to a lot of these types of people, like this, like, conservative audience, they were like, oh, he's, like, shitting on Concord, and he's got the facts and stuff. And, like, oh, yeah, like, fuck Concord. Colin Moriarty hates Concord. He hates the blacks. Here we are. He's showing that we've got, like, 200 extra million they wasted on this game. If you go woke, you go broke. And he's flipping them off. And then for him to come back later, like 2 weeks later, and be like, this game that people are saying looks like Concord because there's also a black girl in it and because she's bald. And for him to, like, love this game because obviously he has a history of loving Naughty Dog and everything like that. It's just like, clearly you've, like, you can predict both of these opinions from if you actually have ever listened to him talk about anything. Like, of course he's going to love the new Naughty Dog game. He's literally given Naughty Dog games 10s constantly throughout his life. Even, I think I always say that he made The Last of Us review on IGN that gave it a 10, but I think we always check and that's not true. Though I think he might have done the remastered, but that would have been one of his last IGN reviews because they left that year, I think. So that's 2014. But anyway, just seeing, like, these comments, and they're all so fucking dumb. I hate YouTube comments. There's like this at this point, and it's probably like a Naughty Dog timestamp. What will Sony's strategy be around this game? They're probably saying, you guys have spent like an hour so far defending this company. And crying emoji. Now, I don't know if they're talking about Sony or Naughty Dog, but obviously no argument there. Lolit Chris saying that adding the YouTube dislike button back is terminally online as if it wasn't a feature for 15 minutes. There's a lot of this stuff where it's like, people are attacking Chris Raygun here, who is a member of this podcast over here. This is little Chris Raygun. This is Colin Moriarty. This is Dustin down here. There's a lot of people, like, getting mad at, like, oh, Chris is so dismissive of my opinion on this, and oh my goodness, keep being arrogant, boy. And it's clearly like, Chris Raygun acts like this constantly, but it's just because it's against an opinion they're currently having that they now take issue with it, and it's, like, so selective and annoying. Oh, I hate these fucking comments. Anyway, I was reading these for, like, 10 minutes one day. I think right after I got out of the shower, because I was listening to this and I was just like, oh, what are the comments saying? And I was like flabbergasted and I was very mad about it. So this is my outlet for that. People can create the type of game they want, write pieces, say stuff, about gamers, but at the end of the day, we have the right to vote with our wallet. So brave, King, so brave. What is Chris talking about when it comes to sales? Oh, this is where I think Chris says at some point that, like, Suicide Squad sold more than people thought. But obviously this is just going to be like, Suicide Squad was bad. Did you see how fucking woke it was? Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was responsible for over $200 million loss at Warner Brothers. It didn't sell well, not even remotely close. If I recall what he said in the episode, he just said, like, it's not like these games are selling, like, no copies. Like, these games are selling still, like, millions of copies. But they're just, like, obviously they needed to do more than that and catch on as live service to make profits. But anyway, just stupid comments. He is saying that Saints Row did better than they thought it would? Where? It sold so poorly that they closed the studio. Anyway, vote with your wallet unless it's my friend. Oh, yes, true. Because Colin always says that Neil Druckmann is like his friend and stuff like that, and so people are mad about that now. True. Don't ask questions, just consume product and get excited for next product. True. This is on a podcast, by the way, where this guy hates The Last of Us Part 2 story, and he's like, oh, but the gameplay's pretty good. This guy just doesn't like narrative games like that at all, and, like, makes fun of, like, Sony for doing the normal talking point about how they all only do third-person dad sims or whatever. And then Colin is really the only one that really likes The Last of Us Part 2 at all in this. He even did a show with his wife where she had just played it like a year ago, which I clipped the clips out for the end of my Last of Us video, where his wife didn't like the game either. Like, I don't think there's ever been anybody on this show that has liked The Last of Us Part 2 besides Colin. But it's just, like, freak out and stuff. Man, there were so many bad faith arguments for this episode. True. It's like a lead rebuild where he just goes and comments and says there's no arguments. But anyway, that pissed me off. But this is, like, further into a bunch of, like, little conservative, like, victories that we see. Obviously, fucking the two elections, my local election and then, well, not local, but my state election. And then, obviously, the Donald Trump thing. It's, like, insane to me that anybody can, like, conservatives are the dumbest people alive. I hate them, and it's annoying that they're like back. This Sam Hyde video that everybody's talking about is like that too. Though it's very different because it's Sam Hyde stuff. Even this, like, the conservatives are winning. Like, even like this, like, Woolworths now is like, oh, we actually love Australia Day. When a big hullabaloo was made last year because they're like, oh, out of respect for like the indigenous population, we're not going to sell Australian merchandise at Woolworths or Big W or any of our subsidiaries or whatever. And then like, I think Aldi was like, we're going to sell all the Australia Day stuff. And then like Peter Dutton, who is the opposition leader in Australia, was like, everybody should boycott Woolworths because, you know, they're not supporting Australia Day. And it's just like, I want to fucking die. And like, you can see like the tide slowly turning back in the other direction. I think there's been like Hassan discourse about this too recently, where like he was like shitting on a Me Too girl recently, or Blake Lively or whatever. I don't even know who that is really, but it's like, I think Destiny also said this on a stream where it was like, Amber Heard might have been the death of like the Me Too movement, because which it ties back into fucking Asmongold, where like everybody just decided they were on Johnny Depp's side, like the guy's side, when like we went so far in the other direction for so long. I guess it is literally like, it's either a pendulum thing where the same people that were like decrying people of like believing all women are just like, fuck these bitches now, because they do literally just swing back and forth, which I am inclined to believe this. Or it's just like there is a subsection of people in the middle, and sort of like the people who would be like the believe all women type, like the sort of hyper radfem lefties, are just so insulated in their own group that it's like, it doesn't get out. And I don't know. It's just, it's just like, what is happening? How can anybody still be a conservative in the year of our fucking Lord? It disgusts me. But anyway. There's also the Sam Hyde thing, but it is kind of different. Like, he is doing this, like, because can I even show this on Twitch? Isn't he a banned Twitch streamer? Nobody's going to report us. There's, oh my god, the first thing that comes up in the Destiny and the Asmongold reactions. Here's the upload. When I saw this, I just knew immediately. Like, I think I saw a screenshot and saw how long it was, and I'm like, oh, this is like the perfect moment for Sam Hyde to make a play. Like, especially with the way he talks. Like this, like his messaging here, which is like unironic, like white, like nationalism stuff. I don't know if it's necessarily white supremacist stuff, but it's like white nationalism stuff. But it's coded in like, just like help American people and like weird stuff. And he is still doing the joking thing, because there's always the like, is this ironic? Is it not ironic? It's never really been ironic because nobody plays characters, which is a thing I've been saying for a long time. I scream at Elite RE when he tries to tell me John Zerker is playing a character. When John Zerker is just kind of like Sam Hyde type humor, and even I do this type of humor a lot. Even in that first Naughty Dog video where I opened it saying, fuck The Last of Us Part 2, we've got like a new thing in charge. Like, that is a type of Sam Hyde humor. And like the continual joke throughout it about Asmongold and about Moist Critical is sort of like the epitome of this, where he'll just be yapping, and then he'll like Asmongold will pop in his head and he'll be like, fucking Asmongold, I'll spit on him or whatever. But then he's like, Asmongold, I've never even actually seen his shit. He's good. Like, I like him or whatever. We love Asmongold or whatever. And then he'll do that same joke with Moist Critical, but it'll actually be anti-Moist Critical. But that's just like, it's just like the flow of like being funny, like makes you say shit like that. There's no irony there. It's just like what he feels in the moment, and he says it because it's like edgy and it's funny to be edgy. It doesn't take away from the fact that obviously this is like a sincere statement and stuff like that. But I also watched Destiny watch it, and Destiny was like too far in the, oh, this is just Nazi shit stuff. Which is all true. It just like misses the point of why this appeals or why somebody would do this. Which is usually what I get frustrated with more left type people doing it. Like when Like, when a left person, like, like, even if you're watching, like, the Kind of Funny guys and they're talking about, like, the anti-woke people, like, the way they, like, what do you call it? It's not, like, how they sum up the other side, but just, like, even the way they try to, like, attack them, it's like, this is not the mindset these people have. Like, your attacks fall completely flat because, like, you don't understand where you actually could attack them. Because you just don't understand it, or you just don't care to understand it, and it's much easier to just say Nazi shit or racism or, like, it just, like, women are ruining video games type thing. When it still is all that, but that's like a byproduct of the initial annoyance that makes people think this type of stuff, which is, like, not feeling represented. And I don't even mean that, especially not in, like, the representative conversation or the representation conversation in, like, games, where it's not like, oh, I don't feel represented because I'm not a white guy. It's more so this doesn't reflect, like, the way I see the world in this thing. Because a lot of people just, like, really hate politicians, and it all comes down to the fact that they don't, like, talk right. And they seem, like, fabricated. And this was a very big thing that, like, especially, like, early 2010s internet, like, that people rallied against a lot. That was the big talking point against Hillary Clinton, is that she was like a lizard and she doesn't feel like a person. But Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders, when they speak, they seem like more relatable people. And that's where a lot of the Donald Trump, like, worship comes from, is because he'll go on a podcast and like, when he talks, like, it's easy for me to say it's, like, he's obviously, like, retarded. Like, literally, he is a moron as he's speaking. But, like, when he speaks, it's clearly, like, flow of thought, and it's like, oh, you can, like, see how he gets there, and, like, even when he repeats things, like, he's like, oh, it was great, it was the best of things, as he, like, always repeats himself, but more exaggerated the second time. Like, you can follow it, and you can be like, oh, I see, like, I understand the thought process here. Like, maybe I would think it through and not actually say all that shit out loud, but, like, I can see that. But when Hillary Clinton is, like, waving and going, and we'll give it to them tax-free or something, and everybody's like, this is like a speech, and this is, like, very unpersonable. But obviously politicians have, like, built this up so they don't have, like, scandals and misspeak, so they have, like, rehearsed lines. And obviously that was in, like, it's just, like, old concepts that were built for, like, audiences and, like, a society that doesn't really exist anymore, where it's like, and part of it is, like, the Tyrone Magnus effect, where it's like, Tyrone Magnus is saying everything that, like, people in, like, 2015, 2016 on the internet were saying, and it was, like, cool to say it back then. But then it died. The anti-SJWs died. But then it somehow comes back to a whole new audience that is just, like, old people. And now, like, everybody's, like, uncle is obviously gonna think it's hilarious that, like, LGBTQAST, like, that joke, if you said that joke at, like, the end of 2017, everybody would have looked at you like, shut the fuck up, moron. You're so fucking annoying, kill yourself. But to that audience, like, they have no self-awareness. Like, they would buy the I paused my game to, like, be here shirt and wear it and not have any clue about it. It's just a difference in, like, things get old and fall out of favor to one group of people, and then I think you think that's the world when it very much isn't. And so it's like, now this stuff is coming back. And it always feels like internet shit is popular initially, it dies, and then, like, 8 years later, it's, like, the mainstream thing. Because you'll see that a lot. Like, a lot of guys that weren't around back then are now the most popular guys saying shit like that. Like, the generic anti-SJW stuff. Like, Charlie Kirk really wasn't around back then. Like, in that beginning stuff, he, like, kind of came up in, like, 2017, I feel like. And now he's, like, the most popular conservative guy. But it's just, like, he's just saying the same shit from back then. But it's, like, I guess all the people that were saying that shit back then either all became lefties because they all, like, repented, or they all, like, fell off completely. There's guys like Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro that have been, but they're more, like, legacy media people. And Sam Hyde is kind of like that, where he got, like, completely cancelled for a little while there. And then, kind of with that iDubbbz video, he came back. And because he is very funny, he will capture an audience. And, like, people are always generally just, like, miserable, it seems. So any like miserable farming shit of like, oh, these people are fucking up, like obviously they're fucking up, it just always plays. It's just, I don't know, it's annoying. Anyway, Heath, I'm sure I'm entertaining you with this. He's got a tweet in chat for me to check out. Ooh, good ass or something it says. Good ass subs. The Last of Us Part 2 on Survivor Plus mode got me spending all day on one board. By far the best game ever made so far. This is not a sponsored post. Oh, is from Kanye? There's no way this is real, right? That would be funny. Now I need to play it. Can't wait for the Wolfenstein 2 review. Or is this a joke about how, like... No, because I thought it might be a joke like, we actually like Neil Druckmann now because, like, we think he hates the Gazan people, but Kanye West is the anti-Jew guy, so that wouldn't even make sense. I also think this definitely hurts, like, the Sam Hyde mythos for me, because this is one of the most genuine times you can see him. And he is, like, stupid a little bit. And I think a lot of the time when he's, like, there's, like, a funny guy persona and you can get away with so much because I think the South Park guys are like this a lot where you're like, oh, they're, like, geniuses. They're, like, comedic geniuses. But then you slowly find out that they're, like, stupid on points and it, like, kind of ruins it for you. And then usually I like to go back, like... The big thing with the South Park guys was them, like, making fun of global warming for basically being fake in, like, 2003. But I feel like we all, like, it's another collective thing where everybody's like, oh, South Park, silly. You sure did a gaffe there, even if you're right a lot of the time. But then it's sort of like, I should still find it funny even if it is wrong or whatever. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. It's sort of the mindset I floated back into. But it did hurt me here in this Sam Hyde thing. Also, that's another thing. The nostalgia thing. Like, I feel like with, the first one, which is The Force Awakens, right? Like, that trailer came out, and then that movie came out, and, like, people liked the movie. And then there was a counter jerk wave of a lot of people saying, it's literally just the same movie as A New Hope. This is just nostalgia bait. And then South Park had that bit that year, which was the Member Berries bit, which has kind of become a more collective, like, internet meme. Where all the characters ran around saying, oh, let's watch Star Wars The Force Awakens again. It's so good. And then by the end of the season, they're like, oh, it was just the Member Berries. The new Star Wars kind of sucked. And then it's just like, oh, we just want nostalgia thing. And, like, it's another instance of, like, oh, we all watched South Park. We all saw the Member Berries bit. We all understood it. We all understand that people have nostalgia goggles on. We'll accuse them of it. But then, like, Donald Trump's main marketing ploy is, like, nostalgia goggles. And it's still, like, the most popular political campaign of, like, the last 15 years or whatever. It's like... You can't let, like, your internet thing of, like, everybody's, like, nostalgia's dumb, obviously. Like, you just have to maintain that, like, no, people are still gonna, like, believe that. Because if you talk to your mother or any of your aunts or uncles about anything, they're always gonna think it was better 5 years ago, and it was even better 10 years ago, and it was way better in 1965 when the stores couldn't open on Sunday because you didn't need to or something, and that's like the peak of humanity, and we've truly fell off as a society because fucking the shops are open on Sunday, and, you know, did you know McDonald's is open on Christmas Day? Can you believe it? And these aren't religious people. It's just like the way things were, and things are now different, and they don't like it, and it's like the nostalgia bait thing. It's the same thing with this, with, like, a lot of transgender stuff. You're either a boy or a girl, young man. What are you, fucking stupid? Just because that's the way it's always been. And, like, that sounds like such a stupid, reductive point of, like, yeah, duh, people are stupid or whatever. But, like, it's, like, real. And these people, I guess, have just never considered it. People are just really dumb, I guess, is my point here. Who knows? It's on his IG. Nah, it's a fake screenshot, Heath. I don't believe you. But that would be funny. And then there was a moment where Destiny watches like the kind of Asmongold reaction at the end, though we only watched like 2 clips or whatever, and Asmongold is like pretty much agreeing with the Sam Hyde thing. But then Destiny tried to say that Asmongold was like the butt of the joke a lot of the time here, which I don't think was really true. I think it was just like, oh, Asmongold's like the famous guy. And I'm like, if Sam Hyde knows anything about Asmongold, it's going to be him calling Garzans like subhuman or whatever when he said he didn't care, when Asmongold said he didn't care if they were genocided. Which obviously Sam Hyde is going to think is hilarious. So I don't think and because Destiny was trying to frame it as like, oh, he thinks Asmongold is just like a talking puppet who's not willing to go far enough, like Moist Critical, which is like much, like, probably true of Moist Critical, right? But I don't know if Sam Hyde would think that about Asmongold, though he claims to not even seen any of his stuff in the video. But just because he's being funny, because he's not using irony as his shield in this, he's just using comedy as it. But he's just using comedy as like over-exaggeration. Like, all of my favorite guys do this. Like, I love this type of comedy where you do the exaggeration and you say you want to kill him, like I always say in the Chainsaw Man thing or something like that. Like, Kevin Scampoli would do that, who is like the problematic wrestling guy I like always talk about. Best Guy Ever does it constantly, but Best Guy Ever is very, like, Sam Hyde influenced. It's very obvious. He's talked about it very much so. There's a bunch of other people. But yeah, it's just, like, crazy, bro. These conservatives, they're, like, winning and stuff. And, like, they turned on Elon because of Indians. Because Indians bad, and that's, like, the talking point. It's crazy. Anyway. Did you know that wrestling is not on TV anymore and it's moving to Netflix? If you open up your great Netflix account, you can see all the wrestling stuff. Actually, I think you can't see it for like 2 more days, but all the teasing stuff is up. And Raw is moving to Netflix after 40 years of wrestling on cable TV on Monday nights. Isn't that crazy? There's a video here, but we won't watch it. There's also some wrestling stuff that's happened recently. There's, like, been 2 CM Punk versus Seth Rollins promos, and I think they're both, like, weirdly bad, and the internet is just like, man, these are the sickest battles back and forth. I think Punk is okay. I think he is hamstrung in his passion a little bit, or in his genuineness, because he can't really talk shit because he has to pretend he loves the WWE, and has always loved the WWE. Which is very clearly not the case, and it kind of comes out sometimes where he's like, oh yeah, I left and it was a good thing because I hated the guy in charge, which is not really true. He just hated, like, if you go back and you watch that Colt Cabana interview, he's like, hates everything, and he kind of clearly hates everything the WWE represents, but now it's kind of the only place that'll give him a job, and it's been very successful so far, and he's, like, on the top level, and, like, so it does seem like a compromised CM Punk, which is not as fun, whereas in AEW it didn't seem like that at all, at least towards the beginning. Especially on press conferences. God, what an incredible moment that fucking press conference is. AEW is wacky. What a weird time for wrestling. I kind of think Seth Rollins is just terrible at promos. And he comes off as genuinely, like, delusional in a sense of, like, he really does believe everything he's saying. Like, he definitely thought he believed in the AEW versus WWE war, and he was absolutely on the WWE side, and he was like, yes, they were coming to get us. Like everything Vince McMahon would say and people would mock him for in interviews about how people are coming to get him and stuff. Seth Rollins clearly believes all that. And it's very wacky seeing it go back and forth, and the types of and just the wrestling crowds have completely changed, and it's, like, so weird, and I don't know. We're in, like, a weird space with wrestling, and part of it does turn me off a lot, and that's probably why I don't watch Raw and SmackDown a lot. But the wrestling bug is coming back a little bit. Like, I'll probably watch the Netflix Raw live, which will be the first time I watched a Raw live in, like, 5 years, I reckon. And, fuck, I used to do it, like, every week. It was crazy. I kind of also have the bug because, like, I was just looking at the AEW pay-per-view, like, Wikipedia page and looking at the things. And, like, Mercedes and Chris Statlander had, like, a 25-minute match. And Chris Statlander is, like, great. And obviously Mercedes is the best. And I was like, oh, maybe I should just go back and watch all the Mercedes, like, AEW matches. Like, there's been enough of them now. I'm not completely depressed about wrestling as a concept anymore. Like, this could be a good thing. There's also a million Ospreay matches that have to be great. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Twitch stuff. What does that mean? Shorts. Oh yeah, Elite Ari was talking about how he should make shorts, and I forgot that I ever had that as a goal. But I had like forgotten about it. I was like, maybe we should go through my videos and figure out what would make a good YouTube short. Oh my god, the great Jimothy Cool has hit 100,000 subscribers just making Pokemon videos. This is one of my favorite YouTube channels. Isn't it crazy? He's making Pokemon meta videos. Such great videos, especially recently. Like, it's just a new concept every day. And he doesn't do the scripted style anymore. It's kind of semi-scripted. But everything's good. What's the best starter Pokemon in every generation? I want to watch all 38 minutes of that. And I did. Borderline competitive Pokemon. That's an interesting concept. A lot of the appeal of this is just like, oh, I wonder what is a borderline Pokemon. Like, I'm not even certain. When you could easily just look that up in 2 seconds. But I'll just watch this video and he'll talk about them and why they aren't competitive right now. The weirdest Pokemon competitive builds. Flygon has Gust. Why would it have that? I'm going to click and watch that whole video. They might ban Marchamp, but why? That's crazy. Marchamp's not that good. Pokemon's most disappointing evolutions with the great Electivire here. Oh my god, I got to click on this. Just what a great channel. What a well-conditioned, well-done channel. Whoever this bald prick is, we've been seeing a lot of this stream, and I have no idea because I just opened this video on a whim. Oh, but anyway, let's get rid of that. And then we talked about all this fucking... Oh no, we're not done talking about politics because iDubbbz is continuing his breadtube era. He made an anti-abortion video. He's for abortion. The funny thing is, because the narrative around iDubbbz is that he fell off, he stopped being edgy, stopped being funny, his wife is terrible, she has an OnlyFans, she cucked him, they lost money on Creator Clash, how embarrassing, he lost a boxing fight, how embarrassing, now he's soy and he looks like all the lefties because he's got a mustache and a shaved head, and can you believe it? First of all, his views are not that terrible. It's not like he's down to like 30 or something. He's still a kind of a relevant guy. Like 200k in one day is pretty good. This old one, the boxing one, 6k in 3 months, that's pretty good. This bad unboxing thing, which is like clickbait, I didn't watch this one, but 600k views. The comments also on this are not overwhelmingly terrible. Some of them are. Like, this comment section is going to be a bad one. Content cop on Israel, like the new iDubbbz, and Free Palestine. That's pretty funny. You're Hugh, my Mungus. We love 2016. You're Electrician, my apprentice. There was a bunch of this, and there was this. There's these ones. There are some cuck jokes here. I think that was a Dune reference or whatever. The point is, he is still, like, the same guy. Like, in the content cops, he used to come off as very confident, and that was, like, very strong, and he would use clips a lot. And I think that's still
This is a video about abortion. It's a very big topic, a very serious topic.
It's like the same similar kind of commentary.
With all the respect that it deserves.
I watched the whole video in, like, one sitting. I did get bored, like, 20 minutes in and started playing Crash and listening to it in the background. The video itself is, like, not good. Like, the arguments in the video. But the video is good, and I think if he continues doing this, it could be like a successful thing. Obviously you see the title and you're like, oh no, it's going to be real cringe lefty shit. Just, I don't know, the use of birth vessel is like, oh, okay. It's like obviously a play on the Fuentes thing. But it wasn't. Like, there's a very few moments where it's cringe. At some point, he just takes a shot at Debate Bros, which is so funny that people do this. Like, you're not tricking anybody, little bro. You're not talking about Vosh out here. You're talking about one guy. I can't even remember what he said, but it's kind of funny. But it is like that similar style where he's just like, it's a lot of clips of people and the clips of them seeming funny and like repeating the clips. It's very old YouTube in that sense. And also, you know, a little bit of bad faith towards the conservatives. Sweep it under the rug. We don't care about that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I was iDubbbz, I would just keep doing these lefty videos. There is going to be an audience there. And it's kind of the people you've been pushed into the corner to be with anyway. But And him being it is also funny that him and Sam Hyde came out with those videos at the same time. I feel like the Sam Hyde one went much more viral. It's kind of iDubbbz' fault because he made that original video. Anyway, I think that's all of our politicizing. That was politicizing, I think. It is so fucking hot in here, chat. I want to kill myself. Only a little bit of summer to go. Nearly halfway there. That's a lot more than a little bit, huh? There were some other videos I considered doing reactions to. I don't think we have enough time. But maybe we can do this in the future. Stevem had a video about Frieren, which I thought could be interesting. It was only 20 minutes long. Look at this AEW shit. They can hear me. They knew I was talking about him, bro. Where is... Oh, I'm in secondary ENT. God damn it. That means I gotta go over here and do this fucking thing. Also, on secondary ENT, can my 430th subscriber decide if he wants to fucking stay or go? Because every fucking day I get a subscriber lose a subscriber. Somebody's fucking with me. Oh, a Broy Deschanel Honora video came out. I was like, oh, I want to watch that movie. A History of Elves in Anime. That's not as interesting as the original title was. Oh, it didn't do very well, huh? But it was like how this elf took over anime or whatever. Who Killed the DCEU is like kind of an interesting thing. There was also a new Nerd Writer video that we could have watched on stream. I don't remember what the topic was. And there were some other things. Part of me just wants to do that fucking anime OP guessing game for the rest of the stream. The Beauty of Old Hollywood in One Scene. Well, that's a title. Let's see what this is like for the first few minutes.
Ho, ho, ho. It's a Christmassy holiday time. And what better subject for such a season than elves in anime? Well, not those Santa's helpers types, but more so the versions that have become pretty hot lately. A hot topic. You know, in 2024, there might be more elves in anime than any other time in history. Isn't that crazy?
So it's not about how Frieren took over the world. I just wanted to know why it was appealing and why it would shoot to the top of Mal and stuff like
I want
that.
you to go around the history of elves in anime. Now, most Western stuff when it comes to elves, that has its real basis in Tolkien, which might not be such the case in Japan, because Tolkien was not actually translated until the mid-70s, and the translations were considered hit and miss. The popularity of Tolkien was not necessarily the strongest before maybe the movies. What really influenced the space happened in the mid-80s, and had far more to do with computer RPGs and tabletop games. Notably,
Dragon Quest.
Wizardry. Now, Wizardry was a series of American...
Dragon Quest, come on now, Steven.
Dungeons and your dragons, but legally distinct enough, and lots of different classes, which ended up being much bigger in Japan, especially after the first game. It was translated in 1985, and it turned that team into rock stars. It was big, and was an influence on the entire industry of Japanese RPGs. You've heard of Dragon Quest? Well, there you go. And not just that, other people in the trade industry, like Mamoru Oshii, was a massive fan of Wizardry to this day. You should check out my series on Mamoru Oshii over here. It really changed the landscape, to the point where there was exclusive content made just for Japan.
Watch Angel's Egg, Heath. Shut up.
It had exclusive soundtrack, exclusive games, and yes, an exclusive Japanese anime. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Website
Wait, I'm
Japan.
kinda
It had
interested.
exclusive soundtrack, exclusive games, and yes, an exclusive
Kinda looks cool, huh? What's this? Wizards and stuff?
Japanese anime. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Website platform for people
love
who've got plans in digital
Squarespace.
spaces. Young or old, they'll be able to find a site that needs. But what if I want to make a blog post
Perhaps
about
this
that?
isn't as
What's the ability
interesting a video as I thought. Maybe not so react-worthy. Maybe I'll just have to watch it off-stream. Guess that anime opening. Can you believe there's a show one? Now, we can't do any of the day ones. Oh. I swear me and Ellie already did this one the other day. 2020. 24. Shonen award-winning supernatural school. Mappa. Is it Jujutsu Kaisen? Embarrassing if it is. Kill yourself. We hate Jujutsu Kaisen here. Oh, I want to play another day. That's what I want to click on. And then when we want to scroll down. Oh. These are the ones we missed. No, it was Evangelion. What do you think? I'm fucking stupid here? Think I need more than the first second? I have one. Thank you very much. I was going to take a nap before the stream. I think I should have. I'm a bit sleepy. Spring 2023. 12 episodes seinen drama school. PA Works. Oshi no Ko. Nope, skip the loafer. I don't even know this one. Ooh. Bum 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 or something. I don't think it's Death Parade, but fuck it, it's what popped into my head. Spring 2021. Oh, I think I know it. It's not My Hero Academia, but that's what came to mind. 24 shonen action drama delinquent time travel. I have no idea what Tokyo Revengers is about, but I'm gonna guess it. Oh, I'm a genius. God, I can figure everything out just from the context, chat. Oh, that was a good first second. Fall 2012. Oh. Is it Parasite? I feel like it's 2014. No, it's Psycho Pass, isn't it? Is it? It's the first one. Ah. I'm going until I get one wrong, chat. I want to do this TV show one, but I'm too good at this shit. I don't know. Summer 2006. Now we're talking. Black Lagoon was in 2006. I definitely recognize it. Mild nudity. It's not elf. What's the DxD one? Is it High School DxD? I feel like I watched like one episode of that when I was a kid because there was going to be boobs in it. Romance, suspense. I'm going to fuck up an old one. I'm sad. Oh. NHK. Does NHK have like nudity in it? Honestly, this is just one I like. Is this Welcome to the NHK? I assume it is, right? Yeah, Welcome to the NHK. What is this? Is a Japanese... I don't give a fuck about novels. We're here to learn about anime. This is going to be about the novel again, huh? Now I'm slightly interested in watching the show. 8.1. 22-year-old college dropout, this dude, has been a hikikomori for almost 4 years now. That's like the Mushoku Tensei guy. He has come to believe too many school security series are particular holdings and the evil shut in and need and unemployed. Yes, I saw Eden to the East. An evil secret organization dedicated to falsing the heat. Escape from the something. I don't know, sounds weird. 24 episodes. We'll watch a trailer, chat. Oh, it's going to be a dub? This is...
Sato's a neat guy, but his life is going down the drain. He's dropped out of college, only goes outside once a week, and sleeps 16 hours a day. Surviving only on a steady diet of instant ramen and internet porn sites, he finds himself falling further and further into a
literally Mushoku Tensei, bro.
As his world begins to unravel, he discovers a terrifying truth. He is a victim of a sinister conspiracy. The culprit is the devious TV corporation known as...
It's not jumping out at me, though. Skip too low for... Oh, Heath is getting that one I missed. He's just trying to flex on me. I won't let him. Oh, I got one wrong. That means we're going to do TV shows. Wait, how do I switch it? Oh, here we go. Sounds vaguely familiar. 50... This one needs to give me a fucking year. (2015 to 19). Is it Succession? No, that ended more recently. House of Cards or something. Crime, action, science fiction. Is this Westworld? Netflix web channel. That's pretty cool. I actually don't know. Jessica Jones. I don't know this fucking shit. Let's go the first one. Sounds like Razafon, but I feel like I said this on a Elite RE stream. 30 Minutes ended 2001 to 2003 comedy BBC. Is it In-Betweeners or something? I feel like that's not that old. I have no idea. The Office. Alright, kill yourself. I don't give a fuck about no shitty Office. Oh. We got a battery warning, chat. It's okay. The heat will be dead soon. No, it sounds familiar. Fuck. 60 minutes ended. Is it like the X-Files or something? It is, huh? It's gonna get into the thingy, and it's gonna be like, oh, you should know it easy.
Space.
Yeah,
The final frontier.
Wait, it's not. Oh, it's Star Trek. Kill yourself. I know stuff. And things. And people and places. And things beyond. Like space. Sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh! Almost 60 minutes. Is it Lost? I don't think Lost had an opening theme, right? Ended 2005 to 2017. Is it like Supernatural or something? No. Drama, crime, thriller, Fox. Is it like The Mentalist or something? I have no idea. Prison Break. I've heard of it. Don't worry, with context clues I can get anything, except for some things I don't get. Did you know the beginning of the novel, the main character is getting mind broken by LSD? Is that NHK one? How's Heath read all of the light novels? All time? Ooh. 30 minutes. Oh, it's that fucking Fresh Prince show. Who cares about shitty sitcoms from the 80s or something? Remember when Red Letter Media talked about that one show that was like shot from a sitcom angle for like half of it and then like a prestige drama for half of it? And it's like how the wife has to deal with her retarded husband. Oh, good start. Good second start. It's still running. 2021, is it Squid Game? 2021 to now. Oh, Black Sails is on here. This is the greatest day of my life. We got to go until we get Black Sails. This is not helping. Drama, science fiction, Apple TV+. It's not Severance. Right, there's no way that came out. No, Foundation. I don't know you, Lil Ro. Hey, I'm trying to click here. I don't know. Ended. '98 to 2006. No, I was thinking it could be Friends. Is this even Friends? I know it's like a famous song, but I don't know if it's right. No, it's one of these other ones. Just tell me. That 70s show. It's the same fucking thing. Hey, that guy on that show raped all those girls, huh? 62 minutes average runtime. Running. 2016. Is it Black Mirror? I feel like that's older than 2016, and Black Mirror is not on here. Is it like Stranger Things? That is 2016, because that is film class. I'm a genius, 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 I'm a genius. Oh, another great first second. I thought it was. I thought it was. I thought it was. I thought it was. I was like, oh, that second when it was just the second of the note, I was like, oh, it is the great Mad Men theme song. I'm a genius. Now we just need black sails and we can never do this again. I nearly got excited there. This is another one I feel like I've heard before. It's ominous. It's ended. 2015 to 18. Westworld. It's my guess for everything, even though it was definitely on after that. Somehow I knew it was Netflix. It feels like one of their Marvel ones. Oh, I'm a fucking genius, chat. I can hear them from a mile away. The Marvel Symphonic whatever, remember, from that video, said that they were all the same. Is it Futurama? What other show is sci-fi? Oh, I'm a genius. I knew. I haven't seen a few. Holy fuck, I haven't listened to this in like 15 years. Honestly, if it had just played the song, I don't know if I would have gotten it. I definitely would have recognized it, but I think I would have been like, where the fuck is this from? But because it was like a laser, I was like, the only show I know that's like got lasers in it is Futurama. Another ominous sound, 50 minutes. Status ended. What does that mean? 2020 to 2022? It sounds dramatic. I like it. Is it this thing that Preston and Carmine always talk about? Because it sounds like wolves and it's on HBO. How the fuck did I know that? I'm a genius. Raised by Wolves. They used to make fun of that show for being like fake Thrones. Oh, that didn't tell me much. 30-second runtime ended. 98 to 2006. This is that same one. This is the 70s show one. Well, we've already repeated and we're on opening 12. This is big. But at least I know it now, huh? Well, oh, I don't know this one at all. 2013 to 2021. No, now I recognize it. Comedy, action, crime. NBC. Is it this Brooklyn Nine-Nine show? Oh my god, I'm a genius. I was just like, Blindwave reacts to that. I see the thumbnails sometimes. Well, that's The Simpsons, right? I'm a genius. These cartoon shows, I'll get them easy. I'm supposed to be ending stream. I'm doing 50 of these fucking things. Hold on. Fuck, I should be able to get it. Is it like Cheers or something? It's like a famous one. 66. I thought it was old. It's not that family one. It must be the, It's not I Love Lucy. That's the 50s.
Space.
Oh, no, it's just shitty Star Trek. Another repeat. I was thinking, like, definitely sitcom. Sitcom stands for situational comedy. What the fuck does that mean? Oh. It's not Breaking Bad, right? It's one of the other, like, dramatic ones. 2010 to 2022. Wait, what is it? Like, everybody knows this. It's not Person of Interest, is it? No, it's not. action horror. Is it not Breaking Bad? Oh, it's The Walking Dead. They're all AMC shows. I can't stop, chat. I'm addicted. I recognize this one too. Status to be determined. Is this Squid Game? No, it's not on here. Science fiction, Disney Plus. What does that mean? What is it like? What's the Scarlet One division? No. I actually have no idea. Oh, Loki. Okay, I was close. It's Marvel shit. You can identify it. Sounds the same. Bunch of dog shit. I feel like I remember it. 2014 to 2020 comedies short. Comedy Netflix drama short. Fuck it. BoJack Horseman, okay. You should have figured out that it was a cartoon. Because of the short number of episodes. Wow, we know that one now, don't we? Unless it's going to be House of the Dragon, it is. How about you kill yourself? Okay, 20 will be the last one, chat, for today. Then we'll do the next 20 next stream. Oh, it's just fucking Futurama again. I wanted Black Sails, goddammit. Yippee! 1999, this fucking shitty show started, huh? Well, chat. If there's anybody still here after that nonsense, we'll be kissing you goodbye now. I really should have slept. I feel like this could have been a really good stream, and it was kind of just okay. There was at least things to talk about. Who knows what we'll be back with next time, or when. I have the next 2 days off. Isn't that exciting? Hopefully I'll have made a video by then. That's kind of the plan. Sounds crazy, but it's the new year. If anything will motivate me, that'll be it. But also, it might be a footy ENT video, so don't get too excited. Support links in the... We don't say that around here. We say, kill yourself.